What's up guys, it's me Jeremy, and today I'm going to come at you with another late game commentary. This time I was playing Annie in the mid lane. I actually really like Annie in the mid. I think she's fantastic because she's really good at starting fights, and so I think she fits my playstyle really well because I really like to go in and be the one to initiate and start those fights, as you'll probably see throughout this game. And if you take a look at the scores with some context, we are fairly behind. I've actually died 7 times, which is honestly a huge amount by 30 minutes, so I'm practically feeding this game. I was able to pick up a couple kills here and there from some roams, but overall I really did just get smashed in lane, which is why I built an Abyssal Scepter, because I really needed the Negatron Cloak, because Orianna was just completely wrecking me. And I finally was able to pick up a Zhonya so that I can flash in team fights. And so we're getting pushed in here on the mid lane. We see Jinx is actually just backed, and Orianna's doing something here that I really want to point out, and she's really overextending to poke, and a lot of players do this. They overextend to poke. She's totally getting in range. I have flash up, so I know right here I'm really looking for initiation because Orianna keeps overextending to poke. So as soon as I get an opportunity, I want to go in. Jinx finally shows up, so we have 5 now, and boom, I go in. I see her right there. Even though Orianna has the Zhonyas, I know that we can kill her easily because we saw Riven top earlier. Janna overextends, so she dies for free, and it's an easy peasy way to chase the rest of the team down. So because Orianna was overextending there to get some poke in, and because they were trying to siege, I was able to easily counter and flash in with my ultimate, and we got a really nice burst on her. I didn't even have to use Zhonyas. That fight was just totally, we just destroyed it because of that initiation with my ultimate. And so we're going to try to push the mid tower here. Sivir's actually kind of annoying here, and Leona misses her E. Sivir gets exhausted, but she actually has her flash up, so that's a really big problem for us. She ults. She didn't ult in the last fight for some reason, and so she ends up getting the kill on Leona. So definitely an outplay there, and Riven is actually coming to teleport in, but her teleport actually gets canceled by Lulu. So a great play by her, and we're able to get some poke down on the Sivir, and of course then take the tower. So we're able to get a pretty nice push off of that previous team fight. We are a couple kills closer to being even, and that tower is going to help us a lot. Riven was split pushing top though, so she is able to get a little bit out of that, but overall I think that fight there was really good. It's a good boost to our morale, and I know right here after that fight that I'm really useful again. After I fed in lane really hard, I know that I can still make plays and flash in because I have my 2 defensive items. I'm not afraid to flash in. I'm not afraid to have somewhat poor positioning because of my Zhonyas, and my Abyssal Scepter really helps me against the massive AP carry that I fed in lane essentially. So right now, I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good spot. So I'm going to pick up a damage item here next, and so hopefully I will be able to have a really big impact. I have enough damage, I have enough defensive items, and so I think I'm in a really good spot right now with my build. And so we're just going to try to group up again. I know that our team fights are actually going to have somewhat of a problem when I don't have my flash up, and so I'm going to have to position a lot safer because Annie's really immobile, or at least somewhat low ranges, and so it's hard for me to start fights without flash, and we're kind of just trying to control the vision of our own jungle. And we see Orianna leave the jungle, so we're going to move in as a group of 3 here and just try to get some vision out. And we see Lee Sin here. He's actually kind of out of position, and Orianna's, whoa, she's crazy out of position. I don't know what you're doing, Orianna. She goes for the ultimate on me, but I actually have Zhonyas here, so I'm able to survive the Riven dive. She actually gets a really nice flank, but the rest of the team just isn't there for them to follow up. So kind of a bit of a miscommunication by our opponents. That was kind of lucky. They could have potentially gotten a really nice fight there because Riven got a really good flank. Orianna could have gotten a good ultimate if she had held it a little bit longer and waited for her AD carry and support to enter the fight, but Lee Sin is also able to escape it. And so we're going to go for Baron here because there is no other objectives for us to take. Dragon's dead because we saw them take it earlier, and there's no towers because all of our lanes are pushed in, so we have no chance of getting a tower off of that 2 kills for free that our opponents just gave us. So we're going to go for Baron, and they actually go for a counter push mid here. Great play by our opponents, and my recall actually gets stopped by Baron, and then I kind of get like a glitch here where it says I'm recalling, but I wasn't actually recalling, and so kind of a lag spike, I guess, but whatever. We wouldn't have a chance to stop the opponents from getting the mid lane tower anyways, so it's not really a big deal, I guess. But they're going to go for the bottom lane tower, and some of my teammates have some home guards, so we are going to be able to stop them from getting the bottom lane tower, probably because they don't have a creep wave. As you can see, the creep wave is much further back from the tower. And so Leona goes in, and she's able to fend them off of the tower pretty effectively, and Sivir uses ultimate, and they're going to be able to disengage quite effectively because they have some summoners and ultimates and really strong disengage overall. Sivir Janna, you know, pretty strong for disengaging, so we don't really get a good fight there. And right now I'm actually pretty good because nothing's really happened, and I'm still waiting for my flash to get up. So even though we're going in on this fight here, they're kind of scattered. It's really scattered. Jinx is way in the back line, and I'm not really sure which target to go for. I really don't want to use my ultimate on Riven because I'm pretty sure I won't be able to burst her and she'll get away. But I see a good ultimate chance there, so I go for it, and I'm able to kill the Lee Sin and then get the Orianna to pop her Zhonya's, and Jarvan finishes her off. But Riven actually really bursts me down here, and so I kind of get killed for free, and Jarvan, let's be honest, has no chance against Riven. So Riven actually cleans up that fight, and honestly, if I had flash up in that fight, it would have been a lot better, because I could have flashed on the opponents on the southern end, the lower area, the Janna and Sivir, and so then Jinx would have been able to enter the fight. And because I didn't have flash up, Jinx was not able to enter the fight. So it's kind of a poor fight. We lose a couple Baron buffs, 2 for 3 overall, so definitely we didn't come out ahead, but the opponents don't really take any major objectives from it, so it's not that big of a deal. So we're still just going to look to group up. We know I have flash up this fight. Jinx is going to have flash up this fight. And so it's going to be a really, really nice opportunity for us. And we know their opponents are having tendencies that will cause them to overextend when they're pushing in. And so I'm probably going to get a really good opportunity to flash in. I just have to be really ready for it. And I know I'm thinking this in my head. I have to initiate fights, because when I initiate fights, I can just burst, I can one-shot someone essentially, and then just pop Zhonya's, and it's a 4v5 fight after that, because my spell rotation will be off cooldown by the time my Zhonya's runs out. And so I'm really confident in flashing in here. I've got a lot of damage now that I picked up that needlessly large rod. So I'm going to charge up my stun, and we're just going to look to position. We want to control some vision here. You know, it's very important. You want to have vision when you make plays. And Riven's kind of playing aggressive there. She overextends a little bit, and from that I can tell that our opponents are actually trying to look to initiate onto us. And so I know that the opponents are initiating, which means that I'm probably going to have a chance. I just have to look for a really good opportunity. And I'm looking to go onto Orianna because she's the most fed champion, and she's who I fed in lane. And I could have maybe gone in there, but it was a bit of a stretch. They might have been able to avoid it. I'm still going to look for it. I see the Orianna, and I go for it, and she's able to pop her Zhonya's. I pop my Zhonya's. So right now, both of us are out of the fight, but I'm able to finish off Orianna by the time her Zhonya's runs out, and Riven goes in, and she's actually, I'm yelling here on the Skype comms, Riven, Riven, Riven. And so after that, you know, I was able to kill the Orianna practically for free, and so it's a 4v5 fight, just like what I said, and we're able to clean house. And because of my 2 defensive items that I actually built after losing lane, I'm in a really, really good spot to be extremely useful in teamfights. And my burst is really high because those 2 defensive items help me a ton, but they still give me a reasonable amount of damage. And the opponents didn't really build any magic resistance at all. And so I was able to pick off the targets, find what I needed, find those initiations, and I was able to use my flash effectively. And I didn't find a spot where I had to flash defensively, and that was really important. When I didn't have my flash up, I played really safe, and when I did have it up, I still played really safe because I wanted to use it to initiate in. And after that, I think with those initiations, it's reasonably safe to say that I kind of carried this game because of those honestly really, really solid initiations, even though I went 3-6 in lane and kind of just got destroyed. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this commentary. My name is Jeremy, and that's going to be it. Hey guys, it's me, Jeremy. Thanks for watching my video. If you enjoyed it, definitely make sure to hit that like button so I can tell, and if you're interested, definitely check me out over on all the socials, of which you can see over there. And if you really enjoyed the video, make sure to subscribe for some more awesome content in the future, and definitely check out some of my other videos as well, up here and over there. Anyways, that's going to be it. Thanks again for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys next time.